chromosomes. Okay? So, hindi pa naman natin alam kung may baby. Alam lang natin may HCG. Correct. So, it is more on H-mole. Okay? Hydatidiform mole. Alright. So, not a sure sign of pregnancy. So, alin daw ang positive sign? Buntis. Paano, ano? So, ang choices, consistent uterine growth, probable yan. She can feel the uterus move inside her womb is a presumptive sign. Parang may gumagalaw sa tiyan ko. HCG found in her bloodstream. That is probable sign, positive pregnancy test. So, ang ating positive sign is, ayun. Diba si Safol? Oo. So, mako-confirm natin, may fetal heart rate na, and sa ultrasound, we confirm that there is a fetus. Okay, so D is the correct answer. All right, very good. Dito na tayo, GTPAL. Okay, so fourth pregnancy, gravida, 4. Para 3. Okay. GT. PALN. Okay, GTPAL. So, gravida 4. Okay, ilan yung term niya? Term niya is 38 weeks and 41 weeks. Tama? Term 2. Preterm. Wala. Okay, abortion 8 weeks. 1. Okay, living 2. 3. Tatlo. Multiple 1. Okay, correct answer? C. Very good. Next. When giving her OB history, your pregnant client tells you that she has had 2 prior pregnancy. Gravida, matik 2. Tama? Prior. Tapos present, buntis siya ngayon. Gravida, 3. So, eliminate letter D. She has a miscarriage with her first pregnancy at 8 weeks. Second pregnancy was twin girls and was born at 34 weeks. But died 3 days later. So, ano ang para niya? Yes, M is multiple. Okay, pag walang twins, walang M. GTPAL lang. Okay, ilan ang para niya? 1. Asan yung isa? 1. Tama? Okay, correct. A is the correct answer. 1 lang yung para niya, which is the 34 weeks. So, twins counted as 1 for gravida and para. Kasi pregnancy pinag-uusapan dito. Okay? Alright. So, ang EDD, ang LMP, July 5. EDD is what? So, July, ang formula natin, minus 3 plus 7 plus 1. Okay, 7 plus 5, 12. Tapos, 9 minus 3, 6. Tama ba? Mali. Tama, July. So, minus 3 plus 7. Plus 1. Tama? Okay. So, LMP niya is July plus 7, 12. Tama? July is 7 lang pala, sorry. July is 7, ika-7th month. So, 7 minus 3, 4. Correct answer, C. Dali niyan, ha? Okay, next. A patient report that the first day of her last normal menses was January 28. January, ano yung formula natin? Formula? Plus 9 plus 7. Tama? Okay. So, 28 plus 7, 33. Tama ba? 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35. Okay, 35. So, 1 plus 9. January is 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. So, 10, 35. Tama? Eh, wala namang 35. So, ilang days meron kay October? 31. 35 minus 31 is 4. October 10 plus 1 is 11. So, correct answer? A. Very good. Sino ang mali dyan? Okay. Bartholomew's rule tayo. If the fundus is palpable slightly above the symphysis pubis, the pregnancy is on how many lunar months? Above the symphysis pubis is what? 12 weeks. Above the symphysis pubis is 12 weeks. So, 4, 8, 12. Correct answer, C. Yeah, above the symphysis pubis is 12 weeks. Okay? All right, very good. Next. The nurse is assessing Mrs. Teresa Manabat, who is 24 weeks pregnant. She tells the nurse the following information regarding her pregnancy outcome. She have 3 children, 6, 10, and 12. All of them were born 39 and 42 weeks gestation, 1 miscarriage. How would you document her GT-PON? Okay, so gravida. Ang sabi niya? So, buntis siya ngayon, tas may 3 na siyang anak. So, tama ba? Gravida 4. Correct? Okay, so that leads us with C and D. Eliminate natin si G5. Tama ba? Buntis siya ngayon, tapos may 3 siyang anak. Gravida 4. Okay, para 2, 39 and 42 weeks. Oh, alam na this ang sagot. Term. Wait lang. Para natin 2. Okay. Ilan yung term? Parang walang sagot. Term is 2 eh. Preterm? Preterm ba meron? 0. Ilan yung term niya? 3 children. Tama. Gravida 3 pa. Ay, term niya is 3. 6, 10, and 15. All of them were born at 39. So, 3 yung anak niya born at term. So, T3. Preterm, 0. Abortion, 1 miscarriage. May preterm ba siya? Wala, diba? So, 0. Abortion, 1 miscarriage. 1. Living, 3. Multiple, wala. So, ano sagot nyo? Wala siyang sagot. Gravida 4. Gravida 4. Para 3 dapat to. Ba't wala siyang sagot? 3. Wait lang. 3, 4. Sorry. Sige. Kaya ko to. Gutom yarn. Alauna na. Ulitin natin ha. Buntis siya ngayon. Tapos 3 na yung anak niya. Tama? Tapos may miscarriage siya. Mali naman tayo. Gravida 5. Okay, o tingnan natin, baka na yung bonus talaga. Gravida 5. Ilan yung para niya? 3. Okay. Ilan yung term niya? 3. Preterm, 0. Abortion, 1. Living niya, 3. Multiple, 0. Okay. A. Hindi, meron. A is the correct answer. Sorry. Oo. 3 yung anak niya, tapos buntis siya ngayon, 4. May miscarriage siya. So, gravida 5. Sorry. A is the correct answer. Kaya ko yan. Gutom yarn. Sorry na. Okay. Nakakalito. Bibilangin lang natin mabuti. Katulad nun na mali nga din ako eh. So, ulitin natin, buntis siya ngayon, 3 yung term niya, plus may abortion siya. So, gravida 5. Okay. Para niya, yung 3, 39 tsaka 42. 3. Okay? Alright. So, next is, the nurse is assessing Mrs. Leonie Fernandez, who is 20 weeks pregnant. She tells the nurse the following information regarding her pregnancy outcome. So, buntis siya ngayon. Meron siyang 1 child age 4, born at 38 weeks gestation. She had miscarriage. She had 5 times. 5 times ulit. Buntis siya ngayon. Meron siyang 38 weeks gestation na pinanganak na 4 years old. Tapos 5. So, gravida, 7. 5 times siyang nagkaroon ng miscarriage. So, counted under gravida. Gravida 7 para 1, 38 weeks. Okay, term 1, 38 weeks. Preterm, 0. Tama? Abortion, 5. Living, 1. Multiple, 0. Correct answer? A din. Kuha ba? Ayun. Taka ko ba't nag-7? 5 times pala siya nag-miscarriage. So, miscarriage, any pregnancy regardless of the outcome is gravida. Okay. The client tells the nurse that she has been vomiting after breakfast nearly every morning. Which of the following measures should the nurse suggest to help cope with early morning nausea and vomiting? Okay? So, ano sabi natin? We don't give antiemetics as possible, no? Huwag tayo magbigay. Okay. So, carbonated, lalo siya before bedtime. Pero we don't usually encourage them, no? To take carbonated beverage. Okay. Drink fluids only during mealtime. Ano na sustansya nakuha nung fetus? Okay, so ang sagot natin dyan, very good. Dry, unsalted crackers before arising in the morning. In other words, sky flakes. When talking with a pregnant woman who is experiencing aching, swollen leg vein, the nurse should probably explain that it is most probably the result of the following. Aching, swollen. Ay, hindi to OB. Kasi ano to signs of pregnancy to. Swollen leg vein. Parang varicosity to. Okay? So, varicosity is caused by definitely it's not pregnancy-induced hypertension and not thrombophlebitis. Okay. This is what happens si varicosity if because of the gravid uterus. Lumalaki si uterus. So, ano nangyayari? It puts pressure on the blood vessel or anong tawag dun, results to poor circulation in the lower extremities. Okay? So, the correct answer, A. A po, A. Pressure on blood vessel due to the enlarged uterus. Okay. So, a patient in the third trimester of her pregnancy states that she has been getting terrible leg cramps at night. So, which statement is true about leg cramps? Dorsiflex the foot will help the affected leg. Avoiding regular exercise will prevent tiredness of the legs. Therefore, resting the leg will decrease leg cramps. That's not applicable for leg cramps, ano. Yung resting the legs is more on the edema. Tell the patient to increase her intake of iron. So, pag leg cramps, ano nga ba ang kulang sa kanya? So, it's more on, as mentioned sa lecture natin or sa review natin, potassium and calcium as well. Okay? So, it's not iron. Prenatal workup needs to be performed for this is not normal in the third trimester of pregnancy. Again, kasi syempre, mabigat na yung dinadala niya, no? So, third trimester na kasi ito. So, which statement is true about leg cramps? Not normal. Okay. The correct answer, anong ginagawa pag nagle-leg cramps? Dorsiflex the foot. So, A is the correct answer. Okay? Which statement is true about leg cramps? Okay. So, yung sinabi ko kanina, that is not true about leg cramps. Iron, yan. And ano pa sabi doon? Workup needs to be performed because this is not normal. So kulang nga siya kasi. Ayan. And yung bigat ng abdomen niya or the uterus because of the baby. So ang tama A, dorsiflex for leg cramps. During the first trimester, which of the following changes regarding the sexual drive should the client be taught to expect? Ito na, sexual drive. Increase sexual drive because of enlarged breast. Decrease sexual drive because of nausea and fatigue. Ang tanong, which of the following changes regarding her sexual drive should a client be taught to expect? No change in her sexual drive. Increase sexual drive because of increased level of female hormones. So, ano sagot niyo? So, no changes in her sexual drive. Mali. May changes yan. Okay. Increase sexual drive because of enlarging breast. Pag lumaki na yung breast, malaki na rin yung tiyan. So, si mami, decrease ang sexual drive dyan. Okay. So, B or D? Oh. B or D? Wala. May evidence base. Okay. The effect of sexual drive, increase in sexual drive is somehow related to the hormones, no? Pero si hormones kasi, so pag mataas si estrogen, there would be a increase in sexual drive, but not all the time kasi. Oo, increase ang female hormone. So, usually, during the first trimester, ayan, decrease ang sexual drive ng babae. Bakit? Because of nausea and vomiting. So, yan yung affected talaga ang sexual drive niya. Okay? Ayan. So, D is the correct answer. Si hormones kasi, it can increase or decrease the sexual drive. Okay? And it depends on if the hormones also increase or decrease, that would affect the sexual drive. Kaya hindi siya D. Okay, B is the correct answer. During the first trimester, so decrease ang sexual drive. Last trimester, because of the enlarged uterus, decrease din ang sexual drive. Okay? So a pregnant woman at 18 weeks of gestation calls the clinic to report that she has been experiencing occasional backache of mild to moderate intensity. Which intervention should the nurse recommend? Anong exercise ang pwede? Okay. Masakit na nga yung likod, binedress mo pa for 24. Si Kegel, para saan si Kegel? Si letter A. That is for to strengthen the perineum. So, hindi siya para sa back. Si Kegel to strengthen the perineum. Okay, correct answer, pelvic rub. Alam niyo yung ano, yung parang 8-8. You arc the back. You arc the back, then relax. That is pelvic rub to relieve the back pain due to lordosis. Yung posture kasi niya naka-lordosis siya. Okay? So how can you differentiate patient through labor pains from false? True labor pains are characterized. So ang tinanong dito is true labor pain. Ano si 26? Sagot? Boy. A. 26A. Ay, asa na ako? Ito pala. Okay. So, next natin. Okay. So, how do you differentiate patients true labor pain from false? Okay. So, ang tanong dito, true labor pains are characterized by 1. Pain is relieved by walking, that is false labor, accompanied by effacement and dilatation, true labor. Bloody show and duration increases. So, 4 meron. Okay, may bloody show. Okay, true labor pain. True signs of labor. Okay. So, the correct answer, boy. Duration increases, tama. Okay. So, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Very good. Which statement is false in the transition phase of the first stage? Mother may experience intense pain, irritation, nausea, and deep concentration. Transition phase is the longest phase of stage 1. And contraction are very intense and long in duration. Cervix is 8 to 10 cm. False ang tinatanong ha. The transition phase ends and progresses to stage 2 of labor when the cervix has dilated to 10 cm. So hanggang ang transition phase or level stage 1 natin is hanggang full dilatation and effacement. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, the longest phase for stage 1 is ano longest phase sa stage 1? Si latent, correct. Maikli na lang yan si transition. transition kasi lalabas na si baby. Very good. B. Mrs. Gonzalez, a primary gravida client, arrives in the labor and delivery unit, describes her contraction is occurring every 10 to 12 minutes, lasting for 30 seconds. She is smiling and excited about the possibility of being in labor. On exam, cervical dilatation is 50% effaced, negative 2 station. Okay. So, the fact that 10 to 12 minutes pa yung, every 10 to 12 minutes pa. Okay, yung interval, and yung kanyang duration is only 30 seconds. Okay, so that would be referring to, very good, latent phase. All right. 36, the client who has just undergone transition phase of labor tells the nurse that she has the urge to push. After a vaginal examination indicates that her cervix is fully dilated, she should instruct her to, fully dilated na. Okay. So the patient has the urge to push. So turuan natin siya ng tamang. So A, breathe more rapidly with her thoracic muscles and bear down. B, lie on her side and concentrate on total relaxation while breathing deeply. Good luck, nakaka-relax pa siya. No? Take a deep breath, hold it for a count of 10 and push. Repeat until contraction ends. First, try to urinate and then continue with panting and blowing type of breathing. Okay, correct answer? Take a deep breath. Okay, hold, then push. Very good. Wag yung para nag-start ng sasakyan. Alright. The doctor performed median episiotomy on the patient. Primarily, ano ang purpose ng episiotomy? Decrease the chance of fetal aspiration, prevent laceration of the perineum, reduce pain due to perineal stretching, reduce the result of fetal hypoxia. Asphyxia pala, sorry. So what's your answer? It will not reduce pain due to perineal stretching. Mag-stretch talaga yan, si perineum. Okay? It has nothing to do with aspiration. Okay. So, actually, the main purpose of episiotomy is to shorten the first stage of labor or the second stage of labor. What else? To prevent prolonged labor kasi kung hindi naman ikakat yan, hindi naman lalabas yung head ni baby. And one of the purpose of doing episiotomy, median pa yung binanggit. Hindi. Okay, the main purpose, one of the purpose of episiotomy is to prevent laceration. Okay? Kaya naggupit na lang to prevent laceration. Okay. Boy. After the delivery of the baby, 33. Boy. After the delivery of the baby, which of the following indicate placental separation? 1. Protrusion of 3 or more inches of the umbilical cord. 2. Gradual descent of the uterus further into the pelvis. Hindi yan kasama. 3. Uterus becomes more firm and rounded. 4. Sudden spurt of blood from the vagina. Okay, so that leads us to 1. Lengthening of the cord. 2. Calcium globular shape. 3 pala. Globular shape. And sudden gush of blood. So 1, 3, and 4. Okay, A is the correct answer. Okay. Okay, number 39, 10 minutes after birth. Sagot na natin to, wait for another 10 minutes because the placenta usually separates 10 to 20 minutes. Discourage walking. Okay, nasagot na rin natin to. Kasi cord prolapse, no? To prevent possibility of cord prolapse. Following the delivery of the placenta, nasagot na rin natin to. Palpate the fundus. Okay? So, if we have to make sure that the fundus or the uterus is contracted to prevent hemorrhage. Ito yung OB. Sige, sagutan natin. Carry nyo lang naman yan. Nag-OB naman kayo. A pregnant client in the last trimester had been admitted to the hospital with a diagnosis of severe preeclampsia. The nurse monitors for complication associated with the diagnosis and assess the client for anong sagot nyo? Severe preeclampsia. Parang yung CND wala naman. Wala namang kinalaman kay preeclampsia. Complication associated with severe preeclampsia. Parang si letter B, wala rin naman. Periods of fetal movement. Hindi. Followed by quiet periods. Kasi si baby is also affected no? Okay, but may bleeding ba kay preeclampsia, guys? May bleeding ba? Okay, bleeding such as gums, petechiae, and purpura. Although there is monitoring of the fetal movement and fetal heart tone, pero more on fetal heart tone and not the movement. Okay. Ayan. So A is the correct answer. 43. First trimester of pregnancy arrives at the healthcare clinic and reports that she has been experiencing vaginal bleeding. So may threatened abortion siya. So threatened abortion, 50-50 chance na ma-save or magdiretso into spontaneous or imminent abortion. Okay? So the nurse instruct the client regarding management of care. Which statement is made by the client indicates a need for further education. Okay, third trimester na to. Vaginal bleeding. Threatened abortion. Suspected. All right. I will maintain strict bed rest throughout the remainder of pregnancy. I will avoid sexual intercourse until the bleeding has stopped and for 2 weeks following the last evidence of bleeding. The nurse instruct the client. So, ang tanong dito, which statement if made by the client needs further education? Okay. I will count the number of perineal pads used on a daily basis, noting the color of blood on the pad. I will watch for evidence of passage of tissue. Okay, wait lang guys . Oo, tumapat pa yung koleksyon ng basura, sorry. Okay, what's your answer? Strict bed rest. Correct. Correct yan. So, naintindihan niya. Okay. Ulitin natin. So, letter B, I will avoid sexual intercourse until bleeding stop and for 2 weeks following the last evidence of bleeding. So, kailangan walang bleeding, no? Okay. And then, give me a minute. I will count the number of perineal pads. Okay, tama yan. I will watch for evidence of tama yan. Okay. So, anong tingin yung further, kailangan ng further teaching? A or B? Ang mali dito kay letter A, kasi si letter B, talagang bawal mag-intercourse, threatened abortion to eh. Ang mali dito kay letter A, okay, na sabi ko kanina tama, bed rest throughout the remainder of pregnancy. Hindi naman all throughout, no? Kasi pag nag-stop yung bleeding, pwede na si mommy. Pero bawal siyang gumawa ng strenuous activity, pero hindi na siya bed rest. Can you follow? Once the bleeding stop. Ang nagpamali kasi kay letter A is bed rest throughout the remainder of the pregnancy. Okay? So, hindi naman, mami, pag nag-stop na yung bleeding, hindi ka naman kailangan bed rest but avoid strenuous activity. Okay? So, yun yung nagpamali sa kanya. Okay. And then, next. No? Hindi ko rin napansin si throughout kanina. A prenatal nurse is providing instruction to a group of pregnant client regarding measures to prevent toxoplasmosis, which a statement is made by one of the client indicates further instruction. Okay. Toxoplasmosis, I need to cook meat thoroughly. That is correct. I need to avoid touching mucous membranes of the mouth or eyes while handling raw meat. I need to drink unpasteurized milk only. I need to avoid contact with materials that are possibly toxoplasmosis is cat feces, which is correct. So, unpasteurized milk only. Okay, so that is pasteurized milk only dapat. So, C is the correct answer. So, toxoplasmosis is from raw meat and cat feces. Okay? So, advance na to sa OB nyo, guys. Carry lang yan. Okay. Next. Number 45. A home care nurse visits a pregnant woman who has a diagnosis of mild preeclampsia who is being monitored for pregnancy-induced hypertension, which assessment finding indicates a worsening of preeclampsia and the need to notify the physician. A, blood pressure reading is at the prenatal baseline. B, complaints of headache and blurred vision. Okay. Urinary output is decreased dapat. Dependent edema has resolved. So, ano pa yun? Hindi yan nag-worsen, no? Okay. So, worsening yan kapag nag-i-increase ang weight indicating more water retention. So, pag nag-decrease yan, so, hindi siya, ano. So, ang danger sign natin dito is boy. Okay. Headache and blurred vision. Okay, baka nagsisevere preeclampsia siya. Okay, 46. The nurse implements a teaching plan for a pregnant client who is newly diagnosed knows of gestational diabetes, which a statement, if made by the client, indicates the need for further education ulit. Okay, GDM, I need to stay on diabetic diet. I will perform glucose monitoring, correct? I need to avoid exercise because of the negative effect of insulin production. I need to be aware of any infection and report signs of infection to my healthcare provider. Si diabetes kasi is more on to control it is diet and exercise. And even though the woman is pregnant, pwede na pa rin naman mag-exercise yan. Okay, so indicates further education. Hindi, mami, pwede ka naman mag-exercise pa rin. Okay, did you get the correct answer? Alright, very good. Oh, alam nyo naman pala eh. Nagrereklamo pa kayo dyan sa OB question na yan. Okay, number 47, the nurse suspects abruptio placenta and the pregnant woman presents with, okay, abruptio is premature separation, okay? Premature separation of the placenta. Painless vaginal bleeding. Sino painless? Abruptio or previa? Uterine irritability and contraction, vaginal bleeding and back pain, premature rupture of membrane. So we eliminate letter D. So what's your answer? So painless, eliminate A, previa kasi si A. Okay. So there is bleeding, no? There is bleeding for abruptio. So correct, very good. The correct answer is, at hindi siya pain, hindi ano yan, hindi yan painless. So with back pain. C, very good. Ultrasound on a woman who is 32 weeks pregnant reveals placenta implanted over the entire cervical os. So the nurse understand that this condition, entire buong cervical os. So that would be obviously, okay, very good. Buo daw di total. Okay? Si marginal approaching pa lang yan. Si partial, medyo na-cover niya, pero hindi buo. Pag total, entire cervical os. Okay, very good. And then, a woman who is 9 weeks pregnant is experiencing heavy bleeding and cramping. She reports passing some tissue. Cervical dilatation is noted on the examination. So, merong uterine cramping or contraction, may bleeding na siya, tapos dilated pa si cervix niya, tapos she reports passing some tissue. Okay, so what type of abortion is this? What's your answer? Inevitable? Inevitable? That's your answer? Pag inevitable, lalabas niya ng buo yan, usually complete eh. Some tissue. She reports passing some tissue. Okay, very good. Incomplete. Di naman sinabing wala nang naiwan eh. Okay? So, ang ano mo lang dyan, ang pagpipilian mo, complete or incomplete. Si Mist kasi, meron niyang iba yung hindi red yung bleeding niya, ibang color. Okay? So, incomplete yan. She reports passing some tissue. Okay? And that would put the mother at risk for hemorrhage. And lastly, a woman who is 35 weeks pregnant has a total previa. She asked the nurse, will I able to deliver vaginally. So total na yan, CS will be performed. Di yan pwedeng manganak na normal or else hemorrhage will occur. Okay, who got 30 and above? $30 and above? Wow, 48. Wala. Oh, di bale, may OB pa naman kay Bawe. Okay. So I guess that's it. So it's just almost the same with set B. Okay, guys. Wala pa kayong prelim, no? Tama. Okay. Hanggang ano lang tayo kay prelim? Postpartum. Hanggang doon lang. EINC wala. Ano yan tanong? Number 44? Number 44 is C. Unpasteurized milk kasi yung nilagay doon. Okay? C. I'm not sure. Tanong yung si Ma'am Nicole. Hanggang doon lang sa ano, postpartum. Number 50. A. Cesarean kapag total. Hindi natin pwedeng ilabas yan, mag-hemorrhage si mami. Totally cover the cervical os. Walang GT-PAL. Meron po yatang GT-PAL. So, yun lang. Mula anatomy hanggang postpartum lang po. Ang prelim. Wala wala si Olivia. Gagalit na si ma'am. Okay, again, good luck on your prelim exam. So, yun lang yung coverage, ha. Oh, si menstruation po na kay prelim po. I'm not sure. Hindi ko po alam. I'm not sure. Hindi ko kasi alam kung separate Alright, thank you so much, guys. Good luck on your prelim. Pakipasa po yan, maternal. Madali lang si maternal. Anatomy 2, postpartum lang po ang coverage. Yes, may GT-PAL. Okay. Ma'am Jackie. You're welcome. Thank you. Let's just wait for Ma'am Jackie. If you'll have your break. So, it's Doc Papa. Will be next.
Hello po. Thank you, Ma'am Perez.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So, let's have a quick, 10-minute break. So, para lang ma-refresh lang kayo at hindi ma-hassle. Then after that, we'll have the, di ba, ma-recharge lang ng konti. Saka para may proper transition from MCHN to IMCI. So, and nakaka-haggard ba? Okay lang yan. Kayang-kaya yan. Nakikinig nga lang kayo Pero ang sakit na siguro ng puwet ninyo, no? Okay. Ayan. So, wait lang. Ayan. I'll share yung presentation ni Doc Papa.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Share ko lang yung PowerPoint. Doon pa. Sige, while doing so, yes, break muna kayo. Sabi ko lang, break nga. 10 minutes lang, 10 to 15 minutes. Oo. Kumuha ng pagkain, kumain sa harap ng laptop o sa harap ng cellphone. Okay? Yes. Yan. Para ramdam ninyo yung next topic ninyo. IMCI. Okay, let's just wait for Doc Papa. Then again, ano namang oras? It's 1:55. So we will start by around 2:05, no? So 10 minutes, 2:05 or 2:10. Let's see. Pero hopefully by 2:05 kasi we still have 3 concepts. Na? So we have Doc Papa, Sir De Paul, and Mr. De Guzman. Okay? Sige. I'll leave you for now. Para tumahimik muna yung buhay ninyo, no? Kahit sandali lang. Ilang items ang exam? 120 items. Okay, printed na yung exam ninyo. Iniintay na lang kayo. Okay. Alright, sige, sige. No, the distribution is based on the concepts. So you have 2 days each for Funda, for IMCI, supposedly for COPAR as well, and Pharma. And then 3 days for MCHN. So that would be 10 items per day. So 20 items Funda, 20 items IMCI, 20 items COPAR, 20 items Pharma. No, hindi pala 20. 22 items each. And then we have 34 items na MCHN. Okay, so it is distributed equally per concept. Okay, kaya hindi ko sasabihin mag-aral kayo ng puro Funda lang kasi halo-halo siya and equally distributed sila. Okay, same day lang exam ng CA1. Of course, 120 items for all concept na para naman kayong bago, no? Prelims yan. Yes, I will distribute the prelim computations sheet tomorrow. Okay? Sa finals, no, it's not 150. Ang finals usually is 300 items, 3 tests. Okay? Hoy, prelims pa lang tayo. Ang problemahin niyo muna, prelims. Saka nyo na problemahin yung midterms saka yung finals. Nai-stress na kayo sa finals ninyo. Hindi pa nga tapos yung prelims ninyo. Mamroblema muna kayo ng prelims. Mag-aral muna kayo. Ayan. O bawal ang overthinker. Minsan sa lalo kayo nag-overthink, mas lalo kayong walang maisasagot. Lahat iisipin nyo tuloy mali. Okay? 22 items each except for MCHN. MCHN will have 34 items. Okay? Yes, meron tayong finals na buuan. Okay? Sunod-sunod naman yung questions. Don't worry, hindi yun pa skip-skip. Hindi yung 1 Funda tapos 2, ganun. Okay? Siyempre, dire-diretso yun. Pharma, sunod-sunod. Funda, sunod-sunod. IMC, sunod-sunod. Okay? Kung tatanungin nyo kung may computation, ang tanungin nyo sa sarili ninyo, may diniscuss ba kayong computation? Kung may diniscuss kayong computation, hindi malamang kasama yun sa exam. Okay? 60% ang passing. So, ang 60% ng 120 items ay 72. So, dapat maka 72 items kayo para sabihin natin pasado kayo ng CA1 prelims. Okay? Yung 300 items, sa kanya na problemahin. Sa finals pa yun, ha? At hindi ko kayo ipapatake ng 2 hours lang yun. Huwag niyong problemahin yun. Ay, nako. Ang problemahin niyo muna yung 120 items. Masyado kayo mapag-isip. Ang kulit-kulit. How many times should I tell you na ang 120 items ay kasama na lahat ng topics ninyo ng prelims? Okay? Kasama na sa break time tong question ninyo, ha? So pag dumating si Doc Papa, start na kayo agad. Sige, magre-remove ako ng participants. No?